All right, in this video, I'm going to explain how weed negatively affected me. So it made me anxious. It made me nervous. It made me shy. It destroyed my motivation. It destroyed my confidence. I'm not going to use the word destroyed. That's a bit too harsh. For me, it didn't destroy my confidence, but it lowered my confidence heavily. Lowered my confidence, lowered my motivation, made me lazy. And it just turned me into a different person. It turned me into a completely different person. People who knew me when I was high, that wasn't the real me. And I was always high. I was always high from the morning to the night. I was always fucking high. I started smoking weed at 14, but it wasn't regularly. It was just when I was around certain people every now and again. But when I hit the age of 16, it becomes something I was doing every day. I started smoking weed every day from the age of 16 up to the age of 26, smoking every day. I was drinking too, and other substances were involved later on in life, but I'm just going to stick to the weed on this video. So I was smoking weed from the age of 16 to 26, and by the age of 17, I already knew this is fucking me up. Like, this is ruining me. Like 1 year into heavy smoking, I already knew this is fucking me up. So I kind of knew, I knew from early this is fucking me up, and I wanted to quit from the age of 17, but I still continued to smoke all the way up to the age of 26. And I would be high all day. I went to school high when I was 16. I went to college high. I went to work high. I went to important events high. I met family high. Like I was doing everything high. Everything I was high. Every activity, I would use every excuse to smoke weed. Like when I was happy, when I was sad, when I was angry, any excuse, I would smoke weed. And I was addicted. I was fucking addicted. And people don't want to admit they're addicted to weed. Like, they want to say, oh, I could quit smoking anytime I want. Weed doesn't get in the way of my life. Weed isn't negatively impacting my life. But people who say that, for one, they're either lying, or for two, they don't want much out of life. Because if you want the most out of life, weed is definitely gonna be getting in the way of a lot of things in your life. Definitely. If you want to max out your life to the fullest, weed is gonna be getting in the way. And weed was getting in the way of a lot of things in my life. It was getting in the way of fucking friendships. Not that I fell out with my friends over weed, but like it made me want to avoid friends. It made me cancel work. It made me cancel plans, cancel dates. It just made me just want to stay home, smoke weed, and not face the world. That's what it made me want to do. It made me skip gym sessions. It made me miss opportunities. And one thing I want to talk about opportunities. One thing I want to say is, people out there say, oh, weed doesn't affect me. I can get everything done while smoking weed, so it doesn't affect me. But it does affect you. It's how other people see you. Like, you will miss a lot of opportunities if you're high. There will be people out there who can offer you a business plan, or who could potentially be a potential client. And if they see you and meet you high, they're going to think, I'm not going to fuck with this pothead. Because if somebody approached me, tried to sell me something, I'm not going to fuck with him. If you're high, the way you present yourself is so important. If you approach somebody whilst you're high, or if you meet somebody while you're high, they're not going to take you serious. I'm going to think this guy's a drug addict. Because if you're smoking in the daytime, if you're smoking doing important tasks, going to school, going to college, going to work, high, you have a fucking problem. You're a drug addict. But because weed is seen as socially accepted, people think it's fine to smoke it. It's not a big problem. When it is a big problem, it's a fucking problem. If you're one of those people who can admit to yourself it's a problem, that's the first step. That's the first step. Because most people don't want to admit it's a problem. They just want to live their life, getting high all day, and then like having fun and getting high. Life isn't all about fun and getting high. That's loser shit. That's loser fucking shit. That's what you do when you're a fucking teenager. Yes, when you're a teenager, all right, you're going to smoke weed, like you're going to drink alcohol. But when you're a fully grown man, you can't be wasting your time getting high. It's a waste of life. A waste of life. Think about it. How long have you been smoking for? How long have you been smoking for? Do you want to continue to smoke for the rest of your life? Just being stuck in the same position? Just having all these negative side effects, just fucking your mental health up? Do you want to be in the same position? Do you want to be doing that to yourself? Or do you want to be somebody who's reliable, somebody people can count on, somebody your family members can count on? Because what if you're in a situation where you have a family member and they need help? How are you gonna help them when you're high, when you're drunk, when you're intoxicated? What if you need to go and pick them up somewhere and you're intoxicated? You can't drive now, or if you do drive, now you're driving under the influence. Now that's another potential problem you can get yourself into. It's just nothing but problems. Stop using excuses to get high all the time. Like, just because somebody pissed you off, just because somebody irritated you, that's not an excuse for you to go and get high and ruin your life and go back to using drugs. And yes, weed is a fucking drug. It's a drug. Weed is a drug. Like, don't listen to people who say, oh, weed's not a drug, it's just a plant. Not the shit people are smoking today. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not just a plant. Maybe 30, 40 years ago, yes, it was a plant, but the shit people are smoking today, it's not a fucking plant. Like, come on, man. If you really want to quit smoking weed, you have to fully commit to the quit. You can't say none of this 30 days bullshit. None of this 30 days bullshit. None of this I'm going to stop smoking on Monday. I'm going to stop for 30 days. I'm going to stop for the rest of the month. None of that bullshit. You have to be in or out. Which one are you picking? You can't be playing both sides. You can't be juggling this shit. You can't be sitting on the fence with this shit. Which one are you? Are you a smoker or are you not a smoker? Do you want to quit or do you want to remain a fucking junkie bum who can't quit? Which one do you want to do? Which one do you want to do? All the people out there who can admit to themselves they have a problem and they want to quit and they want to change their lives and build structure and discipline, message me on Instagram at jc.thecoach or click the link in the description and book a 30-minute phone call with me. We can discuss your situation and I'll help you.